This is a screencast talking about how one-on-one writing conferences and how I use Edpuzzle in order to create effective and productive student-teacher writing conferences. My emails, please feel free to contact me if you have any more questions or want to collaborate. So first with writing conferences, I love writing conferences. I think it's a great way to give feedback to students. It's a one-on-one session where the teacher and the student sit down, they look at the student's writing and give him direct feedback that that student needs. So that's one of the strengths of it. So it makes it so that the student can get personal attention. So you have a classroom with various levels of students. Some students might need to work on higher level stuff like working on synonyms and more higher level grammar structures, while other students are still trying to get the basic format of the essay. Also another benefit of the writing conferences is I give written feedback on the essays, but a lot of times students might glance over it and they might not pay attention to it, or they don't value it as much. So that's great. Nice formative assessment. I usually use this during the drafts of the essay. So the student will write a draft. We have a writing conference, so they go back, make the changes, come back again, and it works really well. However, the problem is time. So with writing conferences, you have more than 22 students. It's going to be a long time to get through all of them. I try to block off like 5 minutes sessions, but what usually happens since students are so low level, I have to repeat myself many times, and it ends up getting a lot longer than it should. Another problem with writing conferences is that students are only going to be able to retain so much. So you can pick a couple points to really focus on, and students might need more than a couple points, and they might need more feedback than that. And students forget things often. So after the conference, maybe the day after, they write their essay and they trying to remember the feedback. Even if they take notes, they can't remember everything. So I have tried to do instead of individual, do group sessions, and that has worked really well. And I still try to do that, grouping students by maybe weaknesses together. But I found that using Edpuzzle, a free website, where you can post the video content and you can create a classroom and you can add your students to the classroom and you give the students videos. So I use Edpuzzle in conjunction with Screencast-O-Matic, another free website that makes screencasts, which is essentially a screenshot but a video. And so just like I'm right now moving my mouse and talking and you hear me, this is what Screencast does. So it's a nice feature to, especially if you're looking to flip the classroom, this is a great software to, both of them together make a great software to do that. So here's an example. So what you see here is that the student will see the video and they see me, they can hear me and see exactly where I'm talking, what I'm talking about on their essay. If you saw that in the beginning, I like to have two screens open and I switch between both so I can kind of focus myself on what points do I exactly want to give my students. So that helps me to stay focused. And it also works with written essays. So with the written essay, I would have students, I would scan it, and then, I would mark it, and then I would do a screencast on the PDF on my laptop. And same thing, I play the video, I record myself, screencast myself doing it. And so what are the benefits? Why do I like this so much? Number one, saving time. It usually takes me about 4 minutes to complete a screencast, and I don't have to repeat myself because the students can go back and replay it as many times as they need. I can talk at my normal speed as well. Another reason why I like it is because I can do it in my time, my place where I want to, as opposed to like having to schedule like time in the classroom or maybe during my office hours. So I like that I can make them anywhere, anytime. And I found that students have really taken to them because they can replay them and even students, after doing this, students usually ask me for like more videos on different topics. And then the final thing that I really like about Edpuzzle in particular is the accountability. You can track the accountability of students. So on Edpuzzle, you can see it takes the video, like this one is 7 minutes and 48 seconds, and it'll tell you how, not just how many times the student watched the whole video, but how many times the student watched each segment of the video. It breaks it up in segments automatically. And so, like for example, this student watched the whole video once, but then they went back and watched this segment, these 3 segments, another time. So for me, that's great because I can make the videos, which takes, it does take some time, and go check to see if the students had, watched the video. And in class the next day, I'm like, hey, Abdullah, why didn't you watch this video? And it's really great for tracking accountability. So Edpuzzle, Screencast-O-Matic, using great way to get one-on-one conferences quick and easy. Thanks.